Hello, I'm Landis, and this is Subnautica. In today's guide, we'll be going over the Reaper Leviathan. Now, as a lot of people seem to fear the Reaper, or just not know how to deal with one up close, I figured we'd do a quick guide explaining a little bit about them, where you can find them, and how to deal with one when it finds you. Firstly, they can be located in and around the crash zone, mountain zone, and dune zone. I'll quickly throw a map up so you can get a good idea of roughly whereabouts that is. If you find them outside of these locations, it's normally because you've aggravated it out of the zone, because it will follow you and it will not reset its patrol. The Reaper Leviathan is the third largest aggressive creature in the game, and is most likely the first aggressive Leviathan you will come across. We'll now quickly go over a few ways to deal with the Reaper Leviathan, just in case one finds you. So we're going to do this primarily just with the sea glide to show first. Now, the Leviathan can be hurt, but it will take around an in-game day to do so. And it has a very small hitbox of just its head. As you can see, they're quite slow moving and they will circle you, which makes it quite easy with a bit of strafing to avoid them, just using the sea glides and the ultra glide fins. If we quickly nip back inside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'll just quickly show you I'm using the ultra high capacity tank, the heavy dive suit, and the ultra glide fin. So I'm not even at the fastest you can get in the game, and we still managed to avoid a Leviathan quite easy. They do tend to break their charge if you're close enough to the floor, and as you can see, you can use a scanner room to scan for them. They will not attack your base directly, or your Cyclops if you're not in it. They will go straight for your prawn and your sea moth, whether you're in it or not, and will cause large amounts of damage to them, eventually destroying them. The trick with the Leviathan, like with most creatures, is don't stay still. Use your strafe, use up and down, use the whole space, and they are relatively easy to avoid. They're loud, but unless you're playing on the permanent death mode, they're not really that much of a problem. As if you die, you will just spawn back in your base. Now, if you're unable to do this, or just aren't comfortable with it, there are a few other methods. One being the stasis rifle. As I said, the hitbox is pretty low, so if you hit it in the body, you will not do anything to it. You will need to get it in the face, which is easier said than done. Oi! That is a nasty charge. If he gets me now, he will kill me. At full health, you can normally survive an attack from him. As I explained earlier, he will not attack your base directly, but if he charges you while you're near it, that will cause damage to it. Still nice and healed up again. Head back out. I'll try and get him with the actual stasis rifle this time. See, good shot. Now, in the stasis bubble, he can still grab you from here. So you have to be careful. He's got quite a long reach on him. But you can sit and have a little stab at him. But it will take you a very long time to actually kill him. And you will piss him off. As you probably already know, the repulsion cannon will do nothing to him. The repulsion cannon will do very little to him. Although it is a good way to get him immediately out of your face. And is amusing. There you have it. 3 easy ways to deal with him without using a vehicle. Propulsion cannon for a little tickle. It's getting dark and dark. Or stasis rifle just to stop him in his tracks. Or if you're feeling a little nifty, you can actually just circle him with a sea glide. The pathing on these, like most of the hostile creatures, is not fantastic. And that pretty much covers the Leviathan outside of trivia. They're a nice addition to the game that does, for the early part, lock out a lot of the progression. The Reaper Leviathan is attracted to you via a combination of light and sound. So the less light you're emitting, the quieter you are, the less likely it is to see you. Now, should a Reaper Leviathan catch you in your Seamoth, there's a couple of ways you can deal with it. Firstly, we'll cover when it actually grabs you. You can, just like this, use your defense perimeter to shock him off. He will immediately let go. Now the defense perimeter will also work if he's not grabbed you. It'll give him a quick stun, which will turn him passive for a very short amount of time afterwards as well. Now there are also torpedoes, which suffer with the same issues as the stasis rifle, where the hitbox is so small it is quite difficult to hit him. A gas torpedo in the face, while he's got a hold of you, will not cause him to let go. However, a vortex torpedo will. Both the vortex and gas torpedoes can cause damage to a Reaper Leviathan, whereas a vortex torpedo is the only one that will actually negate his attack. Spin him off a little bit and make him passive for a while. The vortex torpedo is also a good way to actually kite him around the map and permanently move him away from areas that you plan to spend a lot of time in. For this guide I will not be going in depth for the prawn suit or the Cyclops, as it is usually best with those two things to stay the hell away from him. Yeah, it might actually be fun to use the grappling hook to grab onto him and start drilling into the side of him with the prawn suit. But 9 times out of 10 it won't end well. With the Cyclops, stay low, keep the noise to a minimum, move slowly. If you found this guide helpful, then tickle the like button. Perhaps leave a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see. And why not join us on the Facebook, Twitter, Discord and Patreon. Links are in the description and rolling through the credits right now. I've been Landis. This has been a Subnautica guide. Thank you very much, and see you soon.